tonight's viewer mail, we discuss the health effects of some of your favorite foods. 22 News registered dietitian Nancy Dell live in the studio to answer your questions. Thanks for joining us, Nancy.
You're welcome.
So our first question is from Nick from Feeding Hills. I eat cereal made from oats almost every day. A friend told me oat cereals have a fungus in them. Is this true?
Well, unfortunately, the answer is yes. According to a study at the University of Idaho, 70% of oat-based cereals purchased in the U.S. were contaminated with a fungal toxin called ochratoxin A. This does not mean you need to stop eating your oat cereal, but you may want to vary your breakfast to be safe. This toxin may suppress your immune system, increase your risk of cancer, and may be toxic to your nervous and reproductive systems. So over the course of 2 years, researchers bought breakfast cereals from U.S. supermarkets. They tested almost 500 samples. Overall, 42% of the samples were contaminated with the toxin, but the highest percentage, again 70%, of oat-based cereals were contaminated. Some wheat, corn, and rice cereals were also contaminated, but not as many. The U.S. has no established limit for how much of this toxin can be in cereal. Europe does establish a limit. On the positive side, while most oat cereals have the toxin, only 16 of the samples exceeded the amount established as tolerable in Europe. The bottom line is this: the cereal is only a problem for people who eat the same thing every day. So vary your foods in order to avoid too much of one food that may have a potential harmful ingredient.
So Nancy, how does this toxin get there, and does this mean going organic would be better?
Well, the grains get moist and hot during production or storage or transportation, and this allows the fungus to grow. And organic and conventional, there was no difference, no statistical difference. So it doesn't matter which one you buy, just be careful and vary it.
All right, and our second question is from Linda in Springfield. I love my iced coffee. Can it prevent skin cancer?
Somehow coffee still has a bad reputation, but it can be healthful. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology, drinking 1 to 4 cups of coffee a day can reduce the risk of melanoma 25%. Researchers say the antioxidants in coffee interfere with the formation of cancer cells when the UV light hits our skin. So enjoy your iced coffee, but avoid too much cream and sugar.
And if you have a question for Nancy, you can write to her via the address on your screen or just log on to our website, wwlp.com.